Welcome back to 0 to 3 million. In this video, we're gonna do a complete pipeline update. This video is really important because I'm gonna take you behind the scenes and show you what's going on while I build my pipeline to hopefully inspire you while you're building yours. So let's dive right into the video. Okay, so today we have a very special video. I'm gonna bring you behind the scenes. This part of the series is basically when I'm going to do my bi-weekly pipeline updates, and I'm going to show you how this pipeline builds out from 0 all the way up to 3 million. So it's gonna be a really cool process, and hopefully it inspires you to get out there and hustle harder, because this year is gonna be one of the most challenging years in real estate. If you haven't already realized it, interest rates are starting to creep up, there's not a lot of inventory, and the market is being squeezed, and a lot of agents are gonna get squeezed right out of the business. So hopefully this video not only helps you stay in the business, but it helps you prosper in the business. And I wanted to make this video series now because I don't usually have such a low sales funnel, and it's not often that I have such low numbers here. So this is the closest that I'm probably going to get to be able to do 0 to 3 million and basically start from scratch. Again, guys, I've been in the business for many years now, and I have a top producing team and they do great. I spend a lot of my time helping them build their business, but I also am in production and I spend time selling real estate and doing all that stuff. I've already closed just under $1 million this year, and we're only about we're a little more than that. So we're 2.5 months into the year, and we have this pipeline here that's building out nicely for the spring, summer, and fall market. So it should be a good year, but it's going to be a tough year. And I want everybody that watches this channel to understand that and know that. Before we get started, make sure you go check out the video on how to build a simple to use and effective pipeline. That's part of this 0 to 3 million series. That way you know exactly what we're talking about and what these ABC grade leads actually mean, and how far out they are in the buying process, because that video is going to break it all down and it's going to show you how to build out this pipeline and use it in your own real estate business. So check this out. This is basically the pipeline I have now. It looks like there's a lot of people in here, and there is a lot of people in here, but keep in mind, some of these leads are very old and I need to spend a lot of time going through them. Last week, I spent a lot of time, hours prospecting and basically just sorting through these leads and just figuring out who already bought a house and who needs to be moved into different categories. So this is continuing to be updated. I need to continue to go through it. And then once I get through this, I'm going to pick up on Vulcan 7 and start top filling this with the different A, B, C leads that I pull out of that system. If you don't know, Vulcan 7, they offer for sale by owner, expired, circle prospecting leads. And I use that to do a lot of outbound prospecting to fill this pipeline up. Some of these leads also are YLOPO leads, which they do like Facebook ads, pay-per-click, Z-Buyer. There's a lot of different lead sources in this funnel that I bought before, but I'm really liking the Vulcan 7 because right now it's important to double down on homeowners and really get listings. In this market, if you want to make it in this market, you're going to have to list to last, especially this year with such low inventory and such large competition for home buyers and buyers agents. So let's start with the C leads. These leads are the furthest out. They're about 9 months or more away from buying or selling, and they don't need a lot of attention. C leads, what I do is I put them in my email campaign. So I send them a weekly email, which has a YouTube video embedded into it. And that keeps me top of mind. So if they do find something and they change their mind and they're like, hey, I want to buy in the next 30 days. Well, I still want them to come to me, but I don't want to, really bother them on a weekly basis because they're not ready for that. They're not ready to work with an agent. They're not ready to sit down with an agent. And if you push too hard on this category of leads, they're just going to shut down and block you. And then you're not going to be able to work with them at all. So C leads, they're further out. There's about 75 there. That's a mix of buyer and sellers. Next, we have the B leads. So the B leads are a little further along. This lead source, you might want to reach out to a little bit more frequently. You might want to set them up on a home search, but again, they're not quite ready to come in the office, or have a sit down with you and, kind of move the ball forward. So they're further out. You want to be a little bit more aggressive with the follow-up than the C leads. You're a little bit further in the relationship, but you're not quite an A lead. So an A lead is 90 days or less. Okay, A leads are premium leads. You need to focus on them because if you don't get them into the office and do a consultation, they're going to go look at houses and they could buy with another agent. And you just basically wasted all this time nurturing this lead and you're not going to get paid. So A leads, I have about 48 of them right now. That's a mix of buyer and sellers. And basically I am doubling down on them. I'm trying to get them into the office and signed up as clients. So with an A lead, the main goal is to talk to them, try to get them into the office, have a buyer consultation, have a seller consultation. If they're buyers, sit down with them, figure out what their goal is, what kind of property they want, advise them on how the whole process works, and then get them set up with a lender to get qualified for a mortgage if they need to do that. If they're a seller, well, then you just do the same thing, but you do it for the sell side. So you want to go through if they need another house, are they going to be buying here or another location? Or do they just want to sell their house, get out of the asset and cash out? So if it's something like that, you just, you do a net sheet, you go over comps with them, you explain the home selling process, and then you get them signed on as a client. So A leads, you want to make them clients as quick as possible because they are the most motivated lead source right before clients. Now clients, they're people that have committed to you, they signed up with you, you're their real estate agent, and they're selling or buying with you. Right now, I have 2 of them. And what I want to do in this series, because I can just sit here all day and rattle off numbers and that gets old. What I want to do is I want to tell you where I'm getting these deals from. Like once I get them down to the client phase, I want to break down where the deal came from. And I want to tell you basically like, how did I acquire this deal? So the first one I have is a buyer, and the buyer is basically out there looking for multifamily property and they're looking for a duplex. So in this market, if you have buyers, it's super challenging. There's a lot of buyers out there competing for the same house and there's not a lot of inventory. So we've been running around like crazy, oftentimes getting outbid on offers because he's very conscious of the numbers, which he should be in a property type like this. And we've just been getting, kind of beat up out there. So this one might take a little while. This was a sphere of influence lead. This is basically someone I knew. They came to me. We work well together. It's an awesome thing. So don't sleep on the sphere of influence. It can be a powerful thing, but if you're brand new, it might not happen as quick as you think, but it's not something to ignore because it can be a great lead source. Next, we have a seller. So this is actually a really cool story. I got a call, an inbound call, and the best phone calls you can get as a real estate agent is the come list me phone calls, especially when you get that call from someone that has a beautiful property that's been well maintained. And that's exactly the call I got. So I got a come list me call, and basically it's a seller. They're looking to move. They're looking to go down to a warmer climate and they are ready to go, but they have a beautiful house and it's going to sell quick. It's going to be a quick sale. It's going to be awesome. We're probably going to list it sometime next month. It's going to be around 400, 500,000. And the best part about it is, guess how I got this deal? Another professional, another real estate agent found my information. They watched some of my content online, some social media stuff. And when their clients call them because they're retiring, they need an agent to send them to that they trust. And they want to send them to somebody that they feel is going to take care of their old clients. And that's exactly who I am to her. So because I'm on YouTube, because I make all these videos, because I put all this free content out there, real estate content, this is how other professionals can find you. And if if they align with what you do and they agree with the way you handle this profession and this career, you can get referrals, and you can oftentimes get very good referrals that are easy to convert and a real joy to work with. So keep that in mind. If you haven't started a YouTube channel yet, now is the time. I can't say this enough because this stuff works in the background as you continue to work on your real estate business. So getting involved with social media, putting yourself out there, and creating YouTube content can be a complete game changer. not only can you get retail people that reach out to you that really like what you said and really like the content that you made, but you can also get professionals that reach out to you and have clients they want to refer to you. So keep that in mind. So that's the two I'm working with right now. Again, really low pipeline, but we're building it out. And if you don't know me, I've been in this business for quite a while. This is probably as low of a pipeline as I'm going to see. So I wanted to start it now while things were as close to zero, so we can build it all the way up to 3 million to hopefully inspire you, motivate you, and help you build a very profitable real estate business and not only survive 2022, but thrive in it, because it's going to be a tough year. So buckle up, get ready for a really fun ride. And I look forward to making more content. So this kind of content is going to come out every 2 weeks. I'm going to give you a pipeline update. I'm going to give you an update on where I'm at with my pipeline, how I'm getting the deals, where the deals came from, and basically how my C, B, and A leads are filling out. I'm also going to give you an update on pendings and closings, and I'm going to give you a volume update too. So once things, close, I'm going to tell you how much volume I've had and how much volume I have. So right now for the year, I'm just under 1 million in sales, and we're only like a month and a half in, but I'm not counting that. So with this 0 to 3 million, I'm starting with 0. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. I'm not gonna count that towards my production for this series, and I wanna basically start from nothing and build it up to something to show you the process. So let's do this. Let's make this happen. And if you haven't already watched the video about how to build a very successful and effective, simple to use pipeline, go check that video out, and it will basically show you how to organize your CRM, whether you're using LionDesk or Follow Up Boss, to basically build this kind of follow-up system out and help you implement it so you can start building your business as fast as possible. So thanks so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, subscribe. We come out with real estate content for real estate entrepreneurs, investors, and anybody that is in the real estate industry looking to build their real estate empire. So again, thanks so much for watching and have an awesome day.